Hinduism and Buddhism and um, oh my gosh, Baha'i. I mean, different thing. Where the truth can be found, it's good. But the thing is, once you know the one, once you have found God, once you are saved in the one, say, religion that you came up with, then you can start looking at the other ones. But if you do that and you don't have a grounding, you don't have a foundation, you don't have a connection, a relationship with God, then you can become confused if you go off in too many directions. So make sure, especially when you're seeking a spiritual path, that you stay grounded. And a good way to stay grounded is if some people were brought up in the church and some people were brought up in houses where they where God was still going. I mean, had a relationship with you, was always going to be with you, but placed you in a home where moral virtue value systems, and even in the form of religion or spirituality or anything, might have been more nebulous or less well developed. Um, but God is still going to find you, you know. And but the point is, um, there's more than one way to do things, and um, it's important to know the one before you try to figure out the two or the three or the five. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, going to your grandma's house. My grandma lived in the country where I grew up in North Carolina, right? It was, when I was a little boy, it seemed like it was a million. I always went to sleep on a trip. It seemed like it took so long to get there. I would have sworn it took 4 hours. But these days, when I go back to North Carolina, going back tomorrow, make it to where my family lives, 35 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And maybe the roads are a little bit better, or they added some efficiencies in that way. But the thing is, when you take a long road like that, like these country roads, you know your way to get there. But what you want to do is you want to make sure you know, like, your main way, even if it's a lot of side roads or whatever. If it's faster, whether, you know what I'm saying, they're more paved, I'm not sure.